All right, looks like we are live. Very good. So, today we are going to continue our Elden Ring playthrough. And we're going to look at Watch Mojo's top 10 racist video game moments that you forgot about. So, my goal here with this video is to see A, if these moments are actually racist, although I looked at one of them and it kinda is. So we'll see if all of these are actually racist. And then we'll try to figure out if the racism is actually like intended, or if it's like a joke, or if it's just like accidental. Like it's just like making a reference to something, and it just ends up being like, oops, there was a little bit insensitive or something like that. So those are my main goals here when exploring this. And hopefully maybe we'll have some laughs along the way. So we're pretty close to fighting Renala. But I did notice that I actually skipped a whole bunch of stuff when I was out in this courtyard, so I'm going to be trying to go through that. So let's just get into it then.
Dance, little monkey, dance!
Shameful! That was truly awful!
Welcome to
Alright, so I'm sure we're going to revisit that, because Watch Mojo likes to show like a highlight or a preview of what they're going to be going over. So that one was interesting because it did already seem racist, but the game itself put down the racist action of the person, right? Because somebody just said it was shameful, right? So if we're going to be going over instances of racism in a game where the racist is admonished for doing that, is that really like, could you call that like a racist moment? Like the game itself is not being racist. The game itself is actually being anti-racist. Like it's not bad to just depict a moment of racism and then say, hey, this is bad. Like I would actually say that's good. So curious if we're gonna find a lot of those instances in this video, but let's continue.
Watch Mojo.
The big parlor site. Yep, we're going through there. Go to the left, so you'll find a body that you can find in pillage. Okay.
And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 insanely racist moments in video games that you forgot about.
I'm also curious. I know that they just say it's kind of just a title. I'm curious how many of these I experienced and forgot about. One of the ones that I know is pretty big. I'm not sure if they go through it here. I didn't actually watch all the preview, like the little highlights that they just showed there. But I'm curious if they're going to go over... Pokemon has a couple of racist moments. The big one is the Jinx. Jinx is like widely... Well, was widely considered to be like a black design incorporating blackface. Even though the intention behind Jinx was never to do that. It was actually based on some kind of... I want to say like a Japanese spirit or something like that. So yeah, so I'm curious if there's like, if they'll show me one, and I'll be like, wow, I actually did totally forget about that. Or if that's just a meme headline. I'm gonna guess it's just a meme.
Good job. For this list, we'll be looking at moments, characters, or entire games that were...
Okay, so they said moments, characters, or entire games. So if we have a racist character in a video game, I mean, I guess it's fair if you're just saying, like, hey, this racism exists in this game. It's totally fine. But I would be disappointed in Watch Mojo if they just say, hey, there's a really racist character in here, and then they immediately say that that's bad. I don't know that they will. We'll find out if they will. But just having, like, a racist character or a racist moment in your game isn't directly bad as long as it's not, like, trying to say, hey, this is like awesome and you should be like this. As long as it's putting it in the right light, I would say that it's good. I mean, I think you can do whatever the hell you want. If you want to have like a super racist moment and praise it in your game, go for it. I would just say that that's a bad thing to do. But curious if Watch Mojo is going to be admonishing just having racists in their games at all. Yeah, we got the rat account. On the fountain you can find one stone sword key. Okay. Was it out there?
were so racist, most of us likely block them out. Were you aware of these? Know of any other awful instances? Share your...
Okay, on the fountain? It's probably talking about that, right? Head to the opposite side of the right and you'll find a treasure containing a Radagon icon. Head back down and start exploring the courtyard. Yeah, okay, they want me to explore the courtyard section now. Okay, got it. Is this... Where does this go? Oh, yeah, that's just the... Okay, yeah, that's why they don't need me to go anywhere, because this is just where the site of grace is.
Your thoughts respectfully in the comments. Number 10.
Yes, don't be racist in the comments. Be very respectful. How are we doing on ruins? 949, so not even close.
Slavery. Goodbye, Deponia.
All right, so we've already got some slavery. So slavery isn't automatically racist. Slavery in America was. Slavery in a lot of places was. But in and of itself, it's not racist. So I'm curious. I'm guessing since we're seeing a couple white dudes and a black woman, it's gonna be directly racist. So let's see what we got. Okay, so they said stone sword key there. See a glowing sapling that is guarded by 3 noble zombies. Okay, I'm gonna I've been through part of this, but I want to double check that I got everything because I wasn't fully following the guide yesterday.
After all, it isn't good for a relationship if you're constantly in each other's lap.
Says the man responsible for the bizarre impairment of his girlfriend's sanity.
Maybe I missed it, but that didn't seem directly racist. Maybe we're getting there, but I didn't catch the racism in that one. I was also fighting things, not that I was fighting super hard, but maybe I missed it. Okay, here's where the golden seed would be. Got it.
Deponia is a graphic adventure series that follows Rufus, an inhabitant of the junk planet Deponia with big...
I haven't played Deponia, so I'll have to just take the word for it for what it is and what we're doing here. Alright, crystal blood, Radicon, and stone sword key, golden seed. Kill to acquire Carlos Greenstone crown. Yeah, there's a dude around the corner by the bush. It was back here, right? Yeah.
big dreams of living on the much better Elysium. The series features a lot of dark humor, but one joke in the third game took things way too far.
You sold me to a monkey, all the while acting like you wanted to
okay,
help.
This is the the beginning thing that we saw here. Yeah, let's just let it play out, and then we'll talk about it.
Me.
At one point, in order to progress, Ruth...
Yeah, so she was sold. That doesn't automatically make it racist, because I don't know what the situation was in that game, if, like, it was only black people were being sold. It does... I mean, it does have racial tones if you're just... Like, if there's just black people who experience it. Like, even if it's not explicitly racist, it can be, like, racist that, like, okay, we're showing... The only slaves we show is a black person. That could kind of have some racial tones, even though it's not explicitly racist. So I would understand why somebody would say it's racist, even if it's not necessarily actually anything based on race. The context of the world can affect whether or not something is actually racist. Let me kill this crab. Or maybe I'll die to the crab. That'd be fun. Like that! So good.
Rufus will have to sell a black woman named June to an organ grinder. There are a multitude of things that make this awful.
Okay, yeah, so... Just because she's black doesn't mean it is automatically racist. But like I said, it's a bit sensitive to do that. It would probably just be safer to just make them a white person, or just at least not a black person. Because it's easy to see the parallels to, like, actual racism. Hey, it's me again. Hey, Hercules, how you doing? So yeah, so let's see why they say it's so bad.
From Rufus lying in order to trick her, to the skimpy clothing she's forced to wear.
Well, skimpy clothing definitely wouldn't be racist, and I don't think it's... Well, I guess, yeah, her being forced to wear it, I guess that's a problematic thing, but it's fine to have that concept in your game. They're not necessarily... Well, they said it was problematic, so... I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to say you absolutely can't have somebody who's forced to do something in your game. It's totally fine to have that in your game and then say, hey, this is not good. Like I said, if you just put it in the right light, it's okay. You can have weird, bad things in your games or your stories or whatever, and not be weird and bad yourself. That is totally allowable. Alright, right, Lucaria, sorcerer, it's at the top. Center of the fountain, you'll see a step of, yeah, rubble, yep. Okay, so we already did that. Glintstone Wetblade. Did I, get a Glintstone Wetblade? Let's double check here.
The worst part is the organ grinder yelling at her to dance, monkey, dance.
Okay, organ grinder told a black woman, a black slave no less, to dance, monkey, dance. So I would give a little bit of credit to this. I don't know how to see if I have the whetstone. Let me actually just make sure. Where would the whetstone be? Oh, it's this? Glintstone Wetblade. Okay, so I've got that. So I don't need to do that. So I would give this a little bit of credit and say, like, it's not so much that they're trying to say black people are monkeys and just say, using the standard term dance monkey. I mean, there's a pretty popular song called Dance Monkey. And it has nothing to do with racism. It's about, like, hey, I don't really care about you as a person. I care what you can do for me. And the thing that I want you to do is dance. It can also just be used as, like, a metaphor. Just, like, say you are a dance monkey or a dancing monkey. So you just do the thing for you. The thing that, I mean, I'm a programmer, so we're called code monkeys a lot of the time. So it could be, if we're being charitable, it could be just a reference to the popular saying. But, given the context of how monkey is used as a slur for black people, I would tend to agree that this is probably maybe a little bit... Well, I don't know if it's too edgy. You can make it as edgy as you want. But there's some... It's easy to find the racial undertones, I guess, in this. So even if you want to say, like, yeah, it's just a reference, it's pretty easy to see that there's some... Even if you weren't trying to make a statement, you still made one. So, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, Hercules. I'm doing good. Just doing a bit of a shorter stream today. Got a 13-minute video. I got some stuff I need to do later today, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm sorry it's so delayed. I think there was a setting that I can do to make it a little bit less delayed, I think. I don't remember. I don't know. I just put it on, like, the default one because I haven't cared how delayed it is yet. But maybe I should change that. I'll look into it. Okay. Traverse the rooftops of the section of the academy. Make sure to check every corner of some platform. And Zeus? I don't remember if I did that. So let's go.
Dance, little monkey, dance!
Come on, guys. You had to know this would...
So yeah, that would be a case where I would be nice and say that I bet they weren't trying to be racist, but they ended up being super racist. This message is 2 minutes old. Damn, it's that brutal? Yeah. I'll look in to see if I can speed that up. But the chat isn't flying by so fast that I miss it, so don't worry about it. Ugh. I'm refighting these guys just because I wasn't really looking at the guide yesterday when I was checking things out. So I'm like 90% sure I missed a bunch of things. So I want to... okay, so this is where we can go across like the... Yeah, so I hadn't been up here, right? Or had I? Had I gone down? I don't think I'd done that at all yet. So let's give it a shot.
Go over well. Number 9. Race Swap. Revelations Persona.
Race swap in Revelations Persona. Interesting. I've never even heard of this game, so interested to see why it's racist to race swap. I'm curious, like, is it an in-universe race swap? That'd be wild. I mean, there's race swapping between, like, when you do, like, a remake or, like, you reimagine a character. They do that a lot. But I'm curious if it's actually, like, a race swap in-universe. That would be interesting. I haven't really seen that before. That really worked.
Persona has only grown...
Street. Okay. It seems like the first thing that they show, like, has nothing to do with anything.
more popular with each entry. But the first release made a very unfortunate change to a character's race. It focuses on a close-knit group of friends, one of whom is Masao Inaba. Rebellious in nature, Masao often gets...
Yeah, unfortunately I don't know anything about the games. Apparently I just don't play racist games, you know? I play pure games, like Elden Ring. No racist here. Oh, there might be, I don't fucking know. I haven't been paying attention to much of the dialogue. But I just play these ones. I wonder if Red Guards would show up as racist on this. Red Guards in Skyrim and Oblivion, just the Elder Scrolls series. I wonder if those would show up as racist on here. That would be interesting. Because they literally have racial traits, and they're different from, like, the other races that are white. And they also have, like, they're kind of like a Middle Eastern sort of style, where they wear, like, I don't know, the turbans kind of, it was a sort of turban, it's not quite a turban, but that kind of turban-inspired clothing. And they use those curved swords and stuff like that. So I wonder if Red Guards are going to show up on this. I wouldn't be that surprised. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know too much about Persona, so let's see what's so racist.
into trouble with the police over his love of graffiti. When the game was localized in North America, Masao's race was changed to African American.
Oh wow, that's that's actually pretty wild. I wonder why. I wonder, is it? I'm really struggling to actually be charitable to that one. Is it if they just assume that it's like, oh, well, most of the people who are, I mean, Kenneth Haidt is a kind of racist against Tarnished. Yes, Kenneth Haidt is very, well, was it Tarnished? I thought he was racist against, what are those, the demi-humans or whatever? I thought that's who he hated. I don't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I didn't listen to him the latest time too much. Okay, we got a flying guy coming in. Take care of that. Yeah, going back to the race swap, what would be the gain from doing that? Like, other than just saying, oh, Americans are used to black people who tag things, which is horribly racist statement. What's like the, charitable reason to do that? I can't think of one. I'm actually a little bit shocked that, like, I'm struggling to even think of how this would not be racist. This seems just straight up racist. As long as Watch Mojo's telling us the truth, this seems incredibly racist. Oh shit! Okay. It's alright, I'll take these guys out. They're weak. They scared me, but not that strong. I hate it when y'all fly. I was thinking it's just harder to hit. Okay. Does that kill him? He flies. Okay, whatever, I guess that worked.
The reason given was to make the cast more diverse.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I would probably do that, but it feels like you picked the wrong guy. Yeah, I don't know. Do I believe that reason? Maybe, because, like, it's a Japanese game, and America is more diverse than Japan. So if you're localizing it for America, I would understand why maybe you'd be like, okay, we want to make it look more like Americans. So we had a couple of black people, had a couple, I don't know, Mexicans or Latinos or whatever. Add whatever races you think would make it appeal more to Americans. I can kind of get that, but this seems like a really bad one to pick. And to me, it does seem kind of unlikely that they would have picked that one purely by accident. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's read the message. Liar ahead, therefore try behind. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just continue down the rooftops and stuff. Is there anything we missed? Imbued sword key. Okay. Traverse the rooftops. Make sure to check every corner and some platforms that you can jump on and drop behind some materials. One imbued toward key. Okay, I haven't found that yet. I don't think so. We're gonna have to keep our eyeballs out. Make my messages go through every other message. Not sure what you mean by that.
But making this character in particular black definitely didn't sit right. What's worse is that Atlas shoehorned a lot of awkward ebonics into his dialogue.
Okay. Yeah, they shoehorned a lot of awkward, well, she is a doctor, that's what she's supposed to do, it's no big deal. Well, that's not ebonics, that's just regular speech. So, hopefully they give us an example. I'm gonna have to keep an eyeball on it since it's all text. Let's see if they have another example.
Atlas clearly recognized its mistake, as the race swap and dialogue changes weren't kept for the 2009 PSP port.
Well, that's good. We should praise them for fixing some of their nonsense. I appreciate that. Come on, you gotta take it seriously when you do it. I haven't. Did I miss a ebonics? If you're saying that only every other message actually gets through, I think there is like a rate limiting, so you don't just spam the chat. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't say anything specifically. Or I didn't set anything specifically. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, I didn't see any actual ebonics come by. Wish they would read out the the things here so that us who are only listening, or at least only partially listening, could know.
Number 8. Misinformation.
Okay, well, yeah, that one, ruling on that one, yeah, probably racist. Even the charitable reading is doesn't look great on that one. So yeah, glad they fixed it. So that's good. Understand the reasoning for trying to make things a little bit more diverse, especially for an American audience. But that's a rough one. All right, so which side should we drop down on? Does it matter? Is there a path through? No, there isn't. But it probably is a path around. I'm gonna drop down on this side.
Call of Juarez. The Cartel.
Is the Mendoza
Okay, so they're probably gonna say the entirety of the game just being Call of Juarez about the cartel is racist. That's my guess. I'm just not playing enough racist game, y'all. I just don't know that much about these games, you know? Okay, so we can jump over there, and then we can go down that ladder that's over there. Was there anything over there? Didn't see anything. Okay, let's continue then. But I'm gonna guess that they're gonna say this whole game is racist, just in nature of its subject. Let's find out.
cartel importing their brand of drug violence over the border?
Would a movie with, or would a story, be it a video game, book, movie, whatever, show, that includes cartel members and a lot of like Mexican, therefore like gangbangers or just cartel members, would that automatically be racist? Like, is Breaking Bad racist? I don't know that this is what they're saying. I'm just like thinking out loud. I wouldn't say Breaking Bad is racist, even though it's got like Tuco and all the like a lot of the drug runners are cartel guys. So I'm curious if that's the direction that they're gonna go. Okay, so we can jump down there later. Let's get over to that rooftop then.
Before this FPS was even released, it was accused of glorifying real-life violence. While context...
I'm curious why that one would be accused of glorifying violence more than like a Call of Duty or, I don't know, really any shooter would be. Yeah, again, I don't know that much about these games. I'm just not that into the racism. This is proof that I'm just not racist. I just don't play these racist games. That's it. Irrefutable proof that I'm not racist. Take it to the bank. I don't think Breaking Bad is racist. Yeah, I mean, I don't either. That's why I was just thinking aloud on whether or not those type of depictions automatically make something racist. Yeah, I'm just not racist enough. I need to play more racist video games, I guess. Yeah, that's what we're learning so far.
Is everything. It seems those concerns were more than justified. Post-release.
More than justified. I wonder if they can justify saying that those are more than justified. I don't... Yeah, I just don't know that much about this game, but I would think that, if you're saying, like, this is glorifying violence and, like, stuff like Grand Theft Auto has to be. I mean, Grand Theft Auto has been accused of that many, many times. But, yeah, I would really be interested in them backing up that statement. That seems like a really strange one. I guess we're not going to do that one ladder. We're going to go inside here. Imbue sword key. Loot the bodies on narrow beam. Yeah, drop down. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Church of the Cuckoo. So we're gonna loot the bodies on the narrow beams and then drop down slowly until we get to the should be I can't think, a ladder somewhere that we can drop down to the other side of Grace.
It was rightfully criticized for perpetuating stereotypes about the Mexican cartel. In particular, it showed the cartel
Okay, I just got fucking wrecked by that. Okay, let's drop down here. Ah! Alright. Did not expect you. A little bit of panic rolling, you know. That's okay. Oh my god! Alright, everybody calm down. I have to say, how have you died yet? Alright, that was really rough. But we got through it. There is still a caster that's trying to get me. Oh, there he is. Okay. Everyone calm down. We did it. Yeah, we got the glintstone key. Second more complete area of wardens and the sorcerers. Check the northwest side, killing enemy at shattering crystal. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Haven't got through there yet. There's clearly a dude waiting for us. Yeah. But we're live. Not so much well, but we are live.
kidnapping women in the US to sell in Mexico.
Kidnapping women in the US. So that's like a thing that happens. I don't know that it happens a lot. I'm not an expert on the cartel. Lego can't be racist. They're all yellow. They're actually not. A lot of the IPs there, I actually have a bunch of Legos. You can't really see it, but there's a few Legos there. There's a Bowser there. That's not a Legos, but there's a Charizard there, and then there's a Optimus Prime. So 2 out of 3 are Legos. But Legos, a lot of the licensed stuff are not yellow anymore. Like the Star Wars characters are all like basically skin tone. So I liked your funny meme, but even if you look at Lego properties, like if you just look at the Lego movie, God was black. Or was he God? I don't remember his name. The Morgan Freeman character was black. Well, all the like, I don't know if is there an Asian in the Lego movie? I don't know. Like if you made a white person in the Lego movie, they're yellow. Because like Chris Pratt's character, I'm pretty sure is white. Well, I don't know if white means anything in Legos. Maybe it in Lego property. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. But I would think that he's white. I don't know what I don't remember anybody's names in the Lego movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. But I don't remember what the other one would be. That one girl. Maybe she was Asian. I don't know. But like, what does an Asian look like in Legos? I have no idea. Why is Morgan Freeman always God? It's just that godly voice. The voice is just too good. It's way too good. Voice is OP. He's either God or a disembodied voice, or sometimes a prisoner, like in the case of Shawshank Redemption. But of course, you gotta have Morgan Freeman be God. He's like the best one. But yeah, unfortunately, Legos actually, yeah, they're not all yellow. I know a decent bit about Legos. Okay, where are we going? We're going this way? I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of sidetracked here. Anyway, back to what they were talking about here. I don't know if they were saying that it happened a lot, that they kept kidnapping people, Americans. But that's a thing that does happen in real life. So I think it's fair to depict it. Is it racist to depict something that happens? Maybe. I suppose it could be, depending on how you depict it. But it doesn't seem like it's automatically racist. Just because it's like doing a... First of all, the cartel are not a race. I get that they are... Like, it's a Mexican thing. I understand that. But the cartel in and of themselves are not a race. So if we're doing harmful stereotypes of the cartel, I'm not super worried about that. We're not saying that all Mexicans are cartel members or anything like that. So it doesn't seem like it's harmful to Mexicans. So I would say that first. But even so, just like, I don't know that it's automatically just like, oh, you're pushing stereotypes if you show something that actually happens. Like, that's a bit of an odd statement to me. But let's see what else they got.
By the way, I heard you got that girl.
Who told you that?
Some of those bangers from Araña.
That bitch ain't your concern, man.
When the opposite is true in real life.
The opposite is true in real life. Okay. Oh my god, no! I did not know that was gonna hurt that bad. It's gonna take a while to get back here. That was brutal. Okay, so they're saying the opposite is true in real life. That's interesting. I'm definitely not an expert on the cartel. But let's see how the opposite is true.
This dangerous line of thinking of invading criminals is still used by certain politicians.
Well, sure. But if you say, like... I would agree with them there. Like, you can definitely use, like, the cartel as, like, a racist scapegoat. I totally agree with you there. And people do that. So, like, the invading foreigner is, like, a rough thing that a lot of Republicans like to trot out to close up our borders and shit like that. And to do some terrible things. That's some people justify some of their really terrible racist actions with that. But I don't know that showing cartel members who actually do that, which as far as I know, they do that. I thought... Here's what I thought about how cartel work. I don't know if they're invading so much as they'll actually, like, capture tourists and shit like that because they're vulnerable. I could be entirely wrong. I'm fucking ignorant on this, so maybe I shouldn't even talk about it. But that's kind of what I was thinking. Where the hell was the next... Oh, yeah, I went the wrong way. I'm an idiot. That's what it was. Yeah. Are you going to get the glintstone staff? Yeah, did I miss it? I'm just going around trying to do everything. Did I miss the glintstone staff? I just died to some dude, so that's how I screwed everything up. Yeah, I'm not convinced this is racist, yet. So, yeah, it just seems like it's, like, talking shit about the cartel. And they did say it's the opposite is true. I'd be interested to hear that. They haven't actually demonstrated that the opposite is true yet. So, hopefully they do that.
More than a decade later, misinformation wasn't the game's only sin, however.
What was the misinformation? If they're saying that the cartel do this, like, they showed the cartel doing that sometimes, do we have information that that's, like, not a common thing? It might not be a common thing, but I don't know, they didn't show us. Oh, yeah, that's what, I saw that item there, that's what I was aiming for. Don't worry, we'll get it this time. I believe in us. Yeah, I don't know, they didn't actually demonstrate that there was any misinformation. They just kind of said, people use this in a bad way, which I would agree with, but that doesn't mean it's misinformation. You can use true information in a dishonest way. You can use honest information dishonestly, basically. But that's just not the same as what they're saying here, where the information is wrong. I don't know, it's strange.
One of its achievements was earned by killing 40 enemies on a level in which only African Americans appear.
Okay, that's an interesting one. One of the achievements, killing 40 enemies on a level with only African Americans appear. That could be racist. I would question, my next question would be, are there any other similar levels? We are believers. Thank you. I'm glad you believe in me. My question would be, are there similar achievements for other levels? If there are, then I would hesitate to call it racist. Because what if there's one with all white people? You want to kill 40 people on a level that has all white people in it. Would that be racist? I would say that it kind of has to be if we're saying the one with all black people is racist, right? Ugh. Okay, I was like, those guys are going to come out the woodwork. We're going to get back up. Heal. Alright, let me do this. Not doing good. We're still alive. That's all that matters. Okay, homie killed himself before almost killing me. Oh, we're still alive. So yeah, so could that be racist? Definitely. That definitely could be racist. But I don't know. I just don't know that it is. It does sound a little sus, though. I would agree with you, Hercules. That does sound a little sus. It's easy. It's very easy. It's fair to interpret that as racist, I guess I would say. I don't know that it automatically is, or I don't know that the intent was racism, but it's very easy to say, hey, that's a little rough. Are you doing a dex build? Yes, I'm all dex. I'm like a samurai kind of dude. I don't look like a samurai, but yeah. I started as a samurai. I'm doing like all dex and vigor right now. Eventually, I might move into the Moonveil Katana whenever I get that. I don't remember where you get that. So that's, I think I need a little bit of int for that one. So yeah. But right now, all dex. Because I was all strength on my previous one. Oh my god, I fucking killed myself. See how bad I am? Cripes. That's not that big of a deal. That was terrible, though. Oh my god, that was terrible.
Call of Juarez hasn't seen a new release since 2013. Though we'd say that's probably for the best.
I mean, it might be for the best. I don't know. Are the game's good? I would assume they're not very good. I never heard much about them. Yeah. So my ruling on this game being racist, the achievement seems racist. The cartel depiction, not so much. I'm disappointed that they didn't back up their statement about it not being true. That seemed a little weird.
Alvarez! No!
But of course, I'm only going off what they're saying, not the actual game. I haven't played the game.
Number 7, Jinx's Blackface.
Hey,
Pokemon
Jinx's Blackface. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. So actually, I know background on this one a little bit. Jinx was made as a homage, or it's based on a... I don't remember the name of it, but there's like a deity or like a type of ghost or something like that in Japanese culture. I'm sure they're actually probably going to go over it. But Jinx is totally not intentionally racist. They just put a, they just like designed this thing that's like super ancient design, and then just said, hey, we want a Pokemon that kind of looks like that. Which is totally fair. The problem is, it's a very obvious, like, there's very obvious similarities between Jinx and Blackface. So that becomes really problematic. And it doesn't seem like the creators of Pokemon were aware of that, because Blackface is not as much of a thing in Japan. So they weren't aware about it until later, when the game became a little bit more of an international phenomenon. So this, while I would say, yeah, it's totally fair. It's totally fair to interpret it as racist. I don't believe there was any racist intent behind Jinx's design. I think it's totally reasonable. I don't consider it like censorship to just be like, okay, we're gonna make Jinx purple. Like, it's fine. Jinx's design still basically remains intact. I want to get him away from the other guys so I don't nearly die again. But he's not coming. So yeah, so I think it's totally fair to change it to, even though, like, I guess it's slightly impeding on the artist, vision for it. But just making it purple, totally fair compromise. Still basically looks the same. A lot of people didn't even notice that Jinx actually changed colors. So yeah, totally not intentional, but I think it's fair to interpret it as a racist caricature. Just, I don't know. Just give them a little bit of a break. They didn't know.
Some Pokemon designs are strong, others are weak. And then there's the abomination that is Jinx.
I don't know that it's fair to call it an abomination. I hope they go into why Jinx looks like that. I really want them to go over that. Yeah, so that's a really big, important part of the story. I'm not a big fan of Jinx's design. I think it's pretty ugly, but I don't know. There's just a reason that it looks like that. It's also funny that it's like kind of ridiculous looking, and it's like really self-centered, or like it's really obsessed with its beauty, and it's kind of ridiculous looking. I think that's kind of fun. So I don't know that I would call it an abomination. It's no worse than like Garbodor or fucking Klefki or I don't know, all the other fucking stupid the snow cones, Vanillite, Vanillux, whatever, Vanillish. I don't remember all the names of all three of them because they're stupid. Jinx is better than those. And at least, like, when you read about it, it's a little bit of a cooler story. I don't know, it's not that much of a train wreck, dude. Come on, give it a little credit.
After the Pokemon games and anime made its way to the West, many began pointing out how problematic the design of Jinx was. It has the most human-like form of the original generation.
It has the most human-like form of the original generation. Mr. Mime would like words with you, please. Remember the fucking movie where everyone started realizing that Mr. Mime was basically just a person and everybody started getting creeped out? And they're just like, wait a minute, Mr. Mime is just a dude. I'm like, yes, Mr. Mime is just a dude. It's fucking weird. So, yeah, sorry, dude. Jinx is not the most human-like. Mr. Mime definitely takes that. It has, like, human skin. It was really unsettling to see Mr. Mime in the... I thought it was funny, but to see Mr. Mime in the Detective Pikachu movie was just like, wow, that's actually just human skin. Like, okay, this is getting a little too... that also happened a bit, I don't know if Mr. Mime's in it, but with a Pokken Tournament, where you start seeing the textures of Pokemon, you're just like, wow, I didn't know that Pokemon had that texture. Like, Jigglypuff is like furry. Like, what? I didn't know Jigglypuff was furry. I would have thought it... I don't know what I thought it was. But maybe I thought it had, like, really short hair. It's like a Chihuahua or something. I don't really... A lot of the, his Pokédex entries, I think, call it a balloon Pokemon or something like that. So I wouldn't have been surprised if it felt a little rubbery. Okay. Alright, buddy. You got it. You did it. I'm proud of you. Now you die. So yeah, Jinx is not the most human-like one. There's also other pretty humanoid ones. Magmar and Electabuzz, although Magmar is, I don't know, I guess kind of dog-like as well. Electabuzz is sort of cat-like. So there's definitely other humanoid ones. The Abrat, Kadabra, Alakazam are pretty humanoid. They're clearly also cat-like and like alienish. So is Mewtwo is pretty humanoid. Jinx is more humanoid than them. I'm gonna give them that, but Mr. Mime definitely takes that crowd. I wonder if there's a... Can I think of another Pokemon that's more humanoid than Mr. Mime? Probably not. I guess Mime Jr., but that feels like cheating. Mime Jr. would be pretty cool. Even though Mime Jr. I think has pink skin, so even that is like less human-like than Mr. Mime is. And then there's the new form of Mr. Mime and then Mr. Rhyme in the Galar games in Sword and Shield. But I can't think of any others that are very as humanoid as Jinx or Mr. Mime. Yeah, we're done with you. Alright. Oh, we got a glintstone sword. Cool. I already explored this. Get the stuff from you. This guy was just a teeny bit tougher than I expected last time, so... not going to play the video while I try to fight him. Fuck! He got me again! Wow! That fucking triple shot took like all of my health! That was... that sucks! Well... Wow, I learned absolutely nothing, evidently. I didn't think it would be that bad. Jesus. I didn't know that was just like a death sentence for me. I'm gonna work on my health a little bit more, I guess. Okay, sorry, we're just gonna have to run through that again, because I'm terrible. Sorry about that.
Which, combined with a sultry dress, is certainly uncomfortable.
Why is it uncomfortable? You liking what you're seeing there, my dude? Huh? A little Jinx action? Jinx do got the brassiere going on. There's some stuff going on Jinx's chest. You interested in that? Or are you more of a Vaporeon fan, as the meme goes?
However, the aspect that was criticized the most was how Jinx resembled blackface actors. Obviously, that is incredibly offensive.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I don't disagree with him there. Jinx is very easy to be offended by what Jinx looks like. Really, I'm just praying that they go over. Did I go up this ladder at all? I don't remember. I'm gonna go up now. I'm just praying that they actually show the context for why Jinx looks the way they do.
Which is why the Pokemon Company changed Jinx's face from black to purple in all future appearances, as well as in re-releases of older games and reruns of the show.
Yeah, I think that was absolutely the right move. Still totally looks like Jinx. It's no one gets this confused. Keeps most of the design elements. So I think that was definitely a good move. I'm actually a little bit surprised that that's all it took, was just change it from black to purple and everybody's happy. I mean, I get it, but like most of Jinx's design is still there, so you could. I'm almost surprised nobody's still calling Jinx racist, but yeah, good change in my opinion.
We still find Jinx's design creepy, but at least it isn't racist anymore.
Okay, stop, wait!
I think Jinx is supposed to be somewhat creepy. Maybe I should look up, because it sounds like they're not going to go over it, so maybe I should look up what the fuck Jinx is based on. I'm reasonably sure it's supposed to be somewhat creepy, though. I think it's some kind of a demon or a ghost or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Let's see if they tell us. I'm sure they won't. It's really, if they don't, that's so disappointing. Like, come on. At least, I mean, this seems like it's at least somewhat of a clickbait, rage bait video, so I would understand why they wouldn't, but it would be nice if they did.
Quit it! Don't piss me! Cut it out!
Number 6.
No, they didn't. Okay, we're gonna look it up real quick. Let's see. Jinx design inspiration. I did not spell inspiration correctly at all. It was so bad that Google didn't even fix it. Japanese mythical Yuki Onna, originally portrayed with a black face and dark blue hands. Okay, what's a Yuki Onna? Yuki Onna is a spirit or yokai in Japanese folklore that is often depicted in Japanese literature, films. She may also go by such name. No, I want to know what it is, not what names it goes by. Origins. The statement on how saw Yuki Onna stories. Legends, something. Beautiful woman came to visit a man and became his wife from the woman's own desire. Someone was reluctant to go in the bath when she was made to go in anyway. She disappeared, leaving only thin, fragmented, floating circles. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't... I'm not getting, like, the quick TLDR on what a Yuki Onna is. But it is at least a ghost. It says it's a yokai. Yuki Onna prey on travelers lost in the heavy snowstorms that blanket the Japanese Alps in winter. So that makes total sense. because Jinx is a psychic and ice type. So that seems like a perfect, like, thing to base Jinx on. If, like, I don't know, it seems like it's actually a pretty good design. It didn't look like any of the pictures I was looking at. But yeah, I don't know where the black face of it actually came from. All the pictures I'm seeing do not, they just look like Japanese women, or a lot of them look creepy. So maybe I'm actually giving it more credit. Maybe it actually is a little more racist than I thought. But yeah, I think creepiness is part of it.
Asian stereotypes. Kung Fu Chaos.
Yeah, racial stereotypes are really common in games. I'm actually playing Street Fighter. It seems like there's a lot of stereotypes in Street Fighter. Is it always bad to have a character that acts like stereotypically like Asian or white or black or Mexican? I don't think so. If you only depict, like, if you have a bunch of them and they only depicted like that, that would be bad, but I don't know. I think it's not always the worst thing to have, like, one character who is a bit of a stereotype. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to restrict people like that and admonish them every time they do it. It's if they only ever did that, that's when I would start getting me like, this is getting a little rough. So hopefully this game actually has, like, a bunch of stereotypes and not just, like, one character.
In Kung Fu Chaos, developer Just Add Monsters set out to transition their love of old-school Kung Fu movies into a video game. We'd argue they could have done that without propping each and every character up with blatant stereotype.
Okay, yeah, they said each and every character is being propped up with blatant stereotypes. So, that's at least good. Hopefully, we have a couple of good examples here that I agree with.
The Xbox exclusive fighter let you and up to 3 friends play such
So I've never even heard of this game. Xbox exclusive fighter. And I was pretty deep into, not so much OG Xbox, but Xbox 360 days. I was deep into Xbox territory. Love me some Xbox 360. You know, I've done this like 3 times now, and I forgot where the fuck I'm supposed to be going. Alright, this is where we're going. Got it.
Characters as Candy Roll, Captain Wonton, Master Show You, and a duo called Chop and Sticks.
Chop and Sticks is a fun name. I should have paused while, unfortunately, I was fighting. Chop and Sticks is kind of a fun name. I kind of like that one. Somebody was called Sushi Roll or something like that? Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit weird. I don't mind the names so much. I would be more worried about the actual depictions of the characters. Of course, I'll take all this with a grain of salt. I'm not Asian. I'm a white male. So, I'm definitely less affected by this stuff than other people are. So you can take everything I say with a grain of salt. I think the names are kind of fun. They don't seem offensive to me. But I could definitely see the way the characters act. If all of them are just horrible Japanese stereotypes, I can see people having a problem with that, and I think that's totally fair. I'm curious. I'm really curious if they're going to have an example of a game. I'm not that curious. I think it's just not going to happen. But it would be, I think, cool if they have an example of somebody being racist against white people. Just as like a, here you go, anti-SJW crowd. We got one for you too. Just as a, reaching out a little bit, you know? Just say, hey, you can be racist against white people. Here's one. I think that would be a nice gesture. Because this is clearly either, like, progressive, like, oh yeah, rah rah, your video games are racist, or it's rage bait for anti-SJW people. So if you just calm down the rage a little bit, that would be nice. I don't know why you would. It would get you less clicks, but probably. But yeah, it would be nice to see if they have that. Let's go kill this thing. Got him. Okay. We gotta not die to this idiot for the 3rd time. Can we do it? Yeah, again, we're not gonna play the fucking video. No, he backed up. Fuck, 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 fuck. God, that fucking hurts. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, he's following me. We got him! Got it this game. Absolute god. Alright, let's keep moving.
With names like that, you shouldn't be surprised to see they all look and sound like your most basic racist caricatures. A fighter that pays homage to classic but hokey martial arts films actually sounds great. And while the developers
Yeah, that does actually sound pretty fun, but yeah, there's definitely a level where it becomes like a bit kind of ridiculous, I suppose. Alright, so we did that. Glintstone key or current source. As there's that's my ground. To clean the 2nd floor, make sure to kick the ladder to unlock the shortcut. Church of the Cuckoo site. Okay, so we cleared it, so there's a ladder we can kick to go to... Oh, I should have probably done that in the last time. Why am I such a big old stupid idiot? Yeah, that would have made my life way easier. That's okay. We only lost a few, Oh, that's a ladder over there. We only lost a few, runes in the process. And wasted a bunch of time. It's not a big deal. Waste time. I want to kick ladder. Alright, so we can rest at the Church of the Cuckoo Site.
may have had good intentions, this is painful.
So stop standing around and start acting! Camera!
Number 5. A trip to Mexico. Spanish for everyone.
Trip to Mexico, Spanish for anyone. Again, I haven't played a single one of these games. I'm just not into the racism. That's what we're learning. Just not that into it. Well, no, I played Pokemon. Okay, so I'm slightly racist. What number are we on? I don't remember what number we're on. I am that out of 10. Or I'm 1 out of that racist. That's what we learned. So that's good. Go back in the courtyard and go east and you'll encounter a large iron ball trap. Yep. Smithing stone for calling. Carrion Knight, feeding Moongrum, Lesser Pumpkinhead. To the west side. Okay, so there's something near the gate. So we're gonna go back to the debate parlor. And there's something after the gate. And we'll be able to see.
The DS had a surprising amount of great games dedicated to keeping your brain fresh, from Picross to Brain Age.
Okay, so is this a game actually about learning Spanish? Are they gonna teach Spanish using a bunch of like Spanish and or Latino Mexican stereotypes? That'd be kind of funny. I mean, it wouldn't be good, but it would be kind of funny. It's like, here's this educational game. We're gonna be a little bit racist. Isn't that educational? Alright, let me get through this ball trap before I play again. Okay, yep,
On the opposite end of the spectrum is Spanish for everyone.
the opposite end. Okay, so yeah, I wonder... Your knight that's guarding a lift leading to the main boss. Should I be taking this? I might as well take it once, at least, right? See where it goes. I don't remember where it goes, so... Yes, travel to another location. We'll do it.
An Activision-published language learning game catered to kids, filled with racist undertones. The premise follows Sean.
Oh, we just want to learn it. Oh, we're at the Church of Vows. Right. I believe there is a thing really close by. Yes, there is. This is indicating it. I'll just go do it real quick. So we don't have to walk back. Outskirts discovered. Yeah, the guy isn't even telling me to do it. So maybe I'll just leave this alone for now. Yeah. Lesser Pumpkinhead. Okay, yeah, let's go back.
who must travel to Mexico to get his DS back, accidentally taken by his friend Miguel.
Okay, well, his friend accidentally took his DS and he needs to go get it back. That's a fun story, unless it turns out Miguel stole it. Then it's racist against Mexicans, right? Can't have that.
Through Sean's story, the game hits you with waves of Mexican stereotypes.
Okay. Yep, we've got the, I can't think of a term for that guy. But yeah, that... Why can't I not think of... There's a term for, like, that kind of dude. That, like, gunslinging, like, Mexican dude. Why can't I not think of it? Am I an idiot? The answer is obviously yes. But... I mean, I guess that's a bit of a stereotype. That's fine. Agree, I guess. A reba. I have no idea what a reba means. Is it just like a yell? Okay, as you enter the next section, you're kind of hostile. Yep, I did that. If you move, I'm just a carry. Yep. Turn left and jump over the fence as you walk the narrow beam of the wall. Okay. Hello. Goodbye.
Miguel's father clearly works for the cartel. Police cars chase him during the beginning. Sean's journey...
Okay. Yeah. That might be a little, I mean, so if you have a Mexican friend who works for the cartel, or whose dad works for a cartel, is that automatically racist? Maybe. Again, I think that's, I think the context of that matters. Like, I don't think we should automatically call it racist. What is weird is, why the hell is this in a kid's game about learning Spanish? That seems really strange to me. I think that's the bigger problem here. It's not even whether or not it's racist. It's just like, why the hell are we even doing this? Yeah.
He also includes his Aunt Gina, who's way too forward with how she speaks to him, and Miguel's uncle, who turns the unknowing Sean into a drug mule.
Oh, he So, is it the main character? Yeah, because Miguel was the friend. So the main character gets turned into a drug dealer by Miguel's uncle? That's fucking wild. Why is this in a kid's game? What is happening? That's... I don't even know if I care if it's racist. It's just, why the hell is this in a kid's game about learning Spanish? What does this have to do with learning Spanish? Like, adding a little fun to your game or whatever is fine, but like, why the hell is this in this game? That is wild. Like, hey, you want to learn Spanish? First you gotta learn how to deal drugs. Yes, that is the way. That is a fucking wild... This is a funnier one than I thought we'd find. Yeah, I got that. Found a large door. Okay, so we're gonna be fighting Renala soon. That's fun. But yeah, this is... That game is... It's got some stuff going on. Got some issues it needs to figure out, in my opinion. Alright, we're gonna go back to the debate parlor here up, and we're gonna go fight Renala. Let's do it.
At the end. That is insane.
I agree. It's insane. I suppose it is somewhat racist. Because, like, the goal of this is to learn Spanish. And it sounds like every Mexican character you run into is, like, part of the cartel, and you get turned into a drug dealer. I don't know. It seems like, even though, like, even if you say, like, okay, there's not that many characters, so it's not like they just have to depict Mexicans in this way, but if it's like, this is like the introduction to, like, Mexican culture for these kids, while they're trying to learn Spanish, if this is the way you introduce it, like, I don't know, man. That's pretty rough. Oh, does that get rid of the trap? Nice. We got rid of the trap. Fuckers are done summoning that shit. I was wondering what this door was for, so glad we figured that out. So yeah, so I would say that the way this is positioned kind of makes it racist. It's positioned as like an introduction thing. And you're just like, hey, this is what learning Spanish and interacting with Mexicans means, to like vulnerable little kids. So I tend to agree that this is pretty racist. If it's not racist, it's at least very, very strange and inappropriate for kids. What a wild way to teach somebody Spanish. Like, hey, you're gonna be dealing drugs. You're gonna learn Spanish on the streets. Alright. We're gonna keep the video paused as we fight Renata. I don't remember struggling with her much on my strength build. I did struggle with her. I had a magic build at one point. Okay, there's the one that's singing or whatever. Yeah, so our goal is to kill those ones that have the yellow shit coming out of them. This one needs to go. My next one. Okay, did not know that was the thing that could happen to me. That's fun. Let's see. I don't see a singing child. Anyone see a singing child? Anyone? Singing child? Anyone? Are you a singing child? No. Doing that. Doing it up. There it is! Singing child. Cool. That's 2 down. That's not enough to get her. I saw the singing child in the middle, so I'm gonna take it out. Nope. Was targeting the wrong one. Alright, did we get her? Yes. Alright, another singing child. One child spitting flames at me, as they do. Apparently, children are known for spitting flames and dealing drugs. This is what we're learning about here. Okay, where's the next singing? Or and singing. Throwing books? I don't know. Children are weird. Okay, they do a lot of weird things. Oh shit! Did not know that was happening. Heal up. Dodge your books. Books have no effect on me. Was that enough for her? It was! Nice. Alright, so we should be moving to phase 2 already. Just a couple of these will do it. Now we're gonna get out the dogs. Actually, I'm gonna do it without the dogs because I don't have that much mana right now. Or MP or AP, whatever the hell it's called. It's mana. It's blue. It's mana. That's how it works. Yeah, I don't care about this. Alright. Alright, I'm hurting. And so is she, luckily. Yeah, she backed up. Still hurting. Let me see if we can dodge most of this shit. Still healing. Cool.
Come, oh, giant.
Some big ol' heckin' dude. Oh, he's gone. Okay. I couldn't remember if they stuck around or what. I didn't know if I was supposed to fight him. Alright. Seems like we just dodge for a little bit. Okay, she's got her dogs. Cool. We can just avoid these things for a little bit, right? Actually, I guess that worked. I'm gonna charge in at her. Dodging the little things. Checking. Okay. That's Destiny 2, I think, right? Alright, dodge these. Drink real quick. I'm gonna need to drink the other one. Okay, now we're not doing too bad. Keep dodging. Looks like we're gonna get this. just gotta not be stupid. We only need one more. Oh, we actually could have had that right there. Down she goes. Not too bad. Too bad.
Weave thy night into me.
Remember to her, make sure to discover the site of grace here before leaving. I will do. Look at that. Renala taking down... Renala! Easier than that one guy with the fucking fire arrows. That's what we learned. I'm sorry, I've been forgetting to fucking mute when I do that. Because I know sometimes it comes through the mic. I'm a bad person. Bad streamer. Worst person. But you get a little bit of weird ASMR fucking shit while I do it. So be grateful, I guess. Alright, so...
Where did he flee, my sweetings?
Yeah, so she's got her little egg.
Is it to become?
I don't need to... Okay, well, I can change my... Yeah. Change it to... I don't need rebirth.
I would birth
I will probably rebirth at one point, excuse me. I don't remember how you unlock that. I'll probably rebirth at one point because I think I'm going to go more intelligence when I get the Moonveil sword. Okay. So you found an academy as academy. This is to be given to Thops. It can be found at the Church of Erith. That was, here? No. Here. No. Church of Erith. Alright, let's go. Let's keep learning about it. Wow, that game sounds absolutely wild, though. Let's learn more about it, shall we?
Number 4.
I'm not even Mexican, and I'm offended by that game. Oh, shit. Yeah, I should level up a bunch. Let's do that.
The Fighters Punch-Out series.
Alright, we got some racist characters in Punch-Out. That's what we're gonna learn. Haven't... Again! I'm like, only one for fucking... This is top 10, and we're on number 4. So... Yeah, so we got 3 more, so it's 7. I'm 1 for 7. I'm only, how many racists does that make me? What percentage of racism am I? So, 1 divided by 7 is... 1 divided by 7 equals... I'm only 14.2% racist. See? This is why we're doing this. It turns out we weren't trying to learn about racism in games. We're trying to learn about racism in ourselves. So yeah, comment how racist you are so far. I'm 1 out of 7. If you've played any of these other games, you're a little bit racist. I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking a little, just a teeny bit racist. Yeah.
Listen, Punch-Out is a ton.
Yes, Donkey Kong, racist. We know this. Look at him. He's obviously racist. Here you go. You can have the Academy Guns.
You're willing to give your glintstone key to me.
Just make sure that you're able to buy everything that you need from him. Yeah, I don't need anything from him. Go there after delivering the key to spawn a teardrop scare, which asks for top spare. Yep. New edition. Okay.
Back to the buy, of course. Thank you, dear. With you a blessing. Perhaps, who knows?
I think I will buy stuff from him. Should I? I don't need that. You can buy like all these from other people, so I'm not that worried about it.
Thank with you a blessing. Perhaps, who knows?
Okay, so we just need to reload this. And go back. Yes, Donkey Kong. You know who it might actually be a little bit racist? Mario. There's definitely an argument that Mario is an Italian stereotype. Doesn't seem like anybody cares. He's the most popular video game franchise of all time, and he just had $1 billion fucking movie. But I don't know. I think it would be fair to say Mario's maybe not. I wouldn't say there's any racist intent behind Mario, but I would understand if somebody said he was like an Italian stereotype. Maybe is a tiny bit of one. I don't know. Is I would guess not, but is there? Yeah, look, there's a. Why can't? Come on. Fine. There you go. Yeah, I doubt there's a stereotype of Italians being plumbers. I don't know of one, but maybe there is. Okay, we're going to Liurnia of the Lakes East. The starting point is... Where the hell is that? So it looks like it's... Where the fuck are they talking about? The east side of the lake, so it's gonna be over here. What? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where the hell this thing is telling me to go. I don't see anything even resembling the shit that they're showing me. It's possible I just don't have that part of the map. In fact, it's even likely. Oh, it's that. Okay. So, gotcha. So they're saying start somewhere in here? Let's go back. And then the lake's east starting point. Okay, so it is here. This is where they're talking. And they're saying, yeah, this is like the starting point. Okay. I might... Yeah, I'll just go to the Stormhill Shack. We'll make our way up here. We'll stop by Finger the Reader Throne on the way.
Ton of fun. Figuring out and conquering each fighter's pattern is great. But that doesn't change the fact that those fighters are pretty flagrant stereotypes of various races and nationalities.
I wonder, like, if they just try to copy, like, say that like a character is influenced by a real person. Like, here's a good example. I don't think anybody considers these characters racist, but we've got Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan in Pokemon, which are inspired by Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. If you have a character like that that's inspired by somebody, or maybe like Balrog is a good one in Street Fighter. I believe he's styled after Mike Tyson. So if you have a character like that, is it fair to call that person a stereotype when it's just like, no, this is literally, like, these are the attributes of this person. So I don't know anything about Punch-Out characters, but I'd be really curious if it turns out they're actually just stylized after real people, and then now you're just like, oh, like, this is a racist stereotype. It's just like, well, I'm sorry, I guess this person is a racist stereotype. I don't know what to do for you. Curious how much that would come into this. Yes, you can read my fingers.
Head to the foundation of gold tarnished.
We'll tackle this area from the bottom up, just to make it easier to navigate. It's obviously from the highway south. Site of Grace. Okay, so they said the Liurnia Highway South, Site of Grace. Do I even have that one? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so we're gonna be coming up through here. That's cool.
It begins immediately with the first opponent in each game, Glass Joe, a stereotypical weak and cowardly Frenchman who at some points gets crushed.
Hey, we got the white racism in there. Nice. I legitimately didn't think that would happen. We have acknowledged a European white stereotype, a weak Frenchman. Again, showing how not racist I am. I didn't know that weak Frenchman... Is that a stereotype? I guess maybe I knew about that. I know that the French stereotype I know about is that they eat nasty crap like snails. And they're... another common one is that they're smelly. So I don't... I'm not aware of this stereotype, but... Yeah, I've probably heard it before. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know. It's not a big one that I've heard spread a bunch. But all right, we're tackling the white people racism. I appreciate that.
Sans knocked out of him.
Vive la France!
You're losing croissants. Why are you bringing croissants into the battlefield, my dude? What's wrong with you? You bringing croissants into the ring? I mean, I understand if you get hungry or whatever. I don't know. That's not the time. But yeah, I mean, that's a big stereotype.
There's also Great Tiger, an Indian fighter who rides a flying carpet and wears a turban.
Yeah, so this guy rides a flying carpet and wears a turban. Would Dalsim in Street Fighter be racist too? He practices yoga and wears a turban in some of the games. He doesn't wear a turban in all of them. But he's like, his whole thing is that he's way into yoga. Would that be a stereotype? I'm not sure. I mean, to some degree it is, but would you call Dalsim racist? I haven't heard people clamoring and saying that we need to cancel Street Fighter. I think, okay, since I'm at this thing, I'm going to go here and go south to just try to get to that tip there, and then we'll continue north. Yeah, so what makes... would it just be that it's like, this thing is so crammed for, like, literally every character is a stereotype, so that makes us racist? I mean, I think that's fair enough. But if we're going to call this guy a stereotype, I feel like there's probably other ones we should call a stereotype. I understand they're going to 10, so they don't have to call out Street Fighter. They don't have to bring up every example of everything. But yeah, I just haven't heard, like, Street Fighter being called out for this. Whereas this one is. And I think I've heard this before. So just curious if this person would also call out Street Fighter.
Don Flamenco, a Spanish fighter who dances and keeps a rose in his mouth.
Another white one. Well, it's iffy whether or not Spanish people are considered white. I've heard multiple things on that. But at least another European stereotype. So we're going through the European stereotypes. I'm proud of them for not only sticking to like U.S. minorities. So good on them.
And Soda Popinski, a Russian boxer whose original name was Vodka Drunkeski.
Vodka Drunkeski. That's a great one. Oh, you don't like that name? Oh, that's a great name. Who wouldn't want to fight Vodka Drunkeski? Would they name him Soda Popinski? That's a way worse name than Vodka Drunkeski. It's okay to be racist. It's fine. As long as it's okay to be racist as long as you're entertaining. We know this. We know this from comedians. You can make a racist joke as long as people laugh. It's fine. No harm, no foul. The pain of the racism has to be outweighed by the joy of the funniness of the joke. That's all you gotta do. Does Vodka Drunksky or Drunketsky, does it rise to that level? You know what, for me it might. It's a good name. I'm Polish, so I'm not quite Russian, but I am at least Eastern European. So maybe, do I have the space to be able to say that this is an acceptable name? I'm just gonna claim that I do. Oh shit. Well, I did not expect you. I do not want to fight lobsters. They fucking suck. Is there... Are those... I was really interested because these guys are all just glowing it up over here. Is there anything over here? Let's go check out. Oh shit. Did we find a dungeon? Yeah, it looks like we did. I guess we'll do it. Why not? Yeah. Vodka Drunketsky. Steven approved. Oh, I just noticed my lights went off. What did y'all tell me? Is everything dying? Why is everything dying? Let's see. Ah. Okay. Well. Oh, there they go. We'll get those back on. Because I enjoy it. I did kind of notice it get dark, but I didn't really think about it, like what was actually happening. Doesn't matter that much. It's not the most important thing. It just adds a whole color. There's so much darkness going on the screen. This just adds a nice little bit of color to it. Alright, so let's continue.
Due to his love for, well, you know.
Vodka and drinking.
Number 3.
But no, it's not vodka. He's Soda Popinski, so that's soda. Remember. Okay, so this has some poison and shit in it, so we might have a bad time here. Let's go for it anyway.
Racist racers, freaky flyers.
Racist racers and freaky flyers. All right, we're up to 1 out of 8 racisms for me. I'm at a 1 out of 8. I haven't played this one either. How many racisms are y'all at? To be fair, I guess if we count multiple oh shit. Okay. How do I get out? Okay, I am poisoned. That's okay. That's not okay, but all right. I guess we're just gonna have to run through this. But if we count every Pokemon I've played with Jinx in it, then I'm a bigger racist. But then again, Jinx became unracist, so maybe it's only like 2. Like, I'm gonna guess Jinx was at least somewhat racist in Gen 2. Alright, here's the way out. So let's go to it. Cool, I died too. Yay, we did it. Yeah, so maybe you can count me as 2. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna count it as 1.
If the caricatures in Kung Fu Chaos and Punch-Out are bad, then the ones in Freaky Flyers are even worse.
I'm not... Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how worse they are. It was interesting that Punch-Out was almost entirely European stereotypes. That was interesting. I truly did not expect that. But okay, let's continue.
Released for the 6th generation of consoles, this racer features characters from all over the globe competing for glory.
Sure.
Which is to say, it features a whole lot of racist stereotypes.
Right.
Torpedo Run, another evil product from Guten Tag Industries.
There's Sammy Wasabi.
From Guten Tag Industries. Okay, so we've got evil German stereotypes. Yeah, that's a big one because of Nazis. So that's fun. Okay. What's the next one?
A Japanese pilot who speaks in broken English and flies a plane called the Kamikaze Express.
The Kamikaze Express. Oh my god. Alright, so we've got a couple of World War II memes going on here. We've got the Guten Tag Industries making evil stuff, and we got the Kamikaze Express freaking airplane. I'm with you so far. Not looking good for the not racist angle. What would be... Oh, I realize I haven't been exploring, like, what's the actual good... Or, like, what's the good faith interpretation of some of these. With some of these stereotype ones, I don't know that I have a huge good faith interpretation. These do seem to be intentionally racist, but I guess they're just trying to be goofy and get away with it. That's kind of how I feel about it. That fucking, that book one, I don't know. I guess they were just, or not the book, but the Spanish learning one. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I hesitate to say it's intentionally racist. Just incidentally. Hey, look, we found somebody. Let's talk to her. No, I wanted to get off the horse. Hello.
Hello? Would you donate any Shabiri? I'm on a pilgrimage, and when I eat one of the...
I don't have any.
Would you donate them on a pilgrim when I eat?
Sorry, I already gave you. I gave you one at least. So yeah, purified. This isn't actually where I was trying to go, so I'm not going to hang out here too long. I'm looking for a specific thing, so we're going to keep heading south. But yeah, the Spanish learning one, it seemed like it was probably incidentally racist, because they were just trying to make like an interesting story for their little Spanish game, but it was incredibly racist and incredibly inappropriate for children. So I guess the good faith thing is it was just an accident. The Punch Out and the other fighting game one, those seem like they were just. They probably just were trying to. They thought it was a little bit more innocent than I guess it could be. They were just like, stereotypes are funny. It's no big deal. It's not hurting anybody. That would be my guess on what their goal was. They just have some goofy characters that were fun to laugh at or whatever. And they weren't thinking about the harm being done by that. That'd be my good faith interpretation there. Probably the same with this one. It seems like it's like a light-hearted thing. They're just poking fun at things. So probably intentionally at least a little bit racist, but I don't think their goal is malice. I think it's more just poke fun at things. Is this the, yeah, that's a highway south. Okay, so that's where we're actually starting, and then we'll, stop running through everything. But first, let us, make sure we actually go to the edge of this.
Then there's Sheikh Abdul. He's Indian, and as we know from Punch-Out, that means he must wear a turban. And
you must have a turban. Indians have turbans, except for Dalsim. He does sometimes, but other times he doesn't. Does he got his flying carpet? Aladdin? Oh, Aladdin isn't Indian. He's Iraqi, I believe. Isn't he? Didn't they fly over Baghdad in Aladdin? But yes, you must have a turban if you are Indian. We've learned that. We've learned this from this.
Ride a flying carpet. Though he also gets a pet camel for good measure. Others include
Are camels an Indian thing? I understand it could just be like a whole Middle Eastern stereotype, but I've never heard of like Indians having camels. So yeah, I don't know that was an Indian stereotype. Totally say that it's just like, oh, it's like a Middle Eastern stereotype. But yeah, I've never heard of that being. Maybe I haven't been to India, and I'm not racist, so I'm not up on all my stereotypes. But that doesn't seem like a common Indian stereotype. Please tell me that my privilege is showing, because I don't know of all these hurtful stereotypes. Leave a comment down below.
Cactus Rose, a feisty Latina stereotype, the over-the-top Jamaican Island Jack, and...
Yeah, feisty Latina. Yeah, I wouldn't say... That one doesn't seem so bad. Just having a Latina who's feisty is not, like, some huge thing. Like, that one just seems too broad to be like, okay, you're being racist here. Yeah, like, feisty is the common characteristic in all people. Like, yeah, I get it's a bit of a stereotype for Latinas, but, like, it's just too broad of a statement for me to be like, oh no, you're being racist if you have any fight. I don't want a bunch of non-feisty Latinas, you know? Like, that seems like where we've gone too far the other end.
And a stinky French-Canadian named Andre Latoilette.
Hey, yeah, so, the stinky Frenchman. Well, he's French-Canadian, but yeah, the stinky French... Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Oh shit. Okay. But the stinky Frenchman, I was right. I knew a racism. Aren't you proud of me for knowing a racism? Does that make me racist? I don't think so, because I don't think that this guy making this video is racist, and he knows all the stereotypes. I think the only thing that makes me racist is enjoying Pokemon so far. But yeah, we got that hit. I called it out, and there it is.
Johnny, I miss you so much.
Number 2, helping your master.
Okay, so we've got another slavery one. Again, slavery isn't necessarily racist, but it could be. Another game I haven't played. 1 out of 9. I'm a 1 out of 9 racist. Every time, if anyone ever says I'm racist, I'm like, hey, look, I've got a whole video that proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I'm only 1/9 racist. Maybe it'll be 1/10. Maybe it's only going to be 10%. Let's see if we can get that. We didn't quite hit the 0% that we were looking for, but 10% racist. That's an A. That's 90% not racist. That's an A. It's an A minus. It's still an A. So yeah, so if people call me racist, I'm just gonna point them at this video.
Playing History 2, Slave Trade.
Hello, Footage. Did you find my magnifying glass?
Okay, so playing History 2, Slave Trade. So if this is a game that's supposed to be based on history in some way, it probably would be fair to depict the slave trade, right? The way they do it could be really bad, but I don't know. This doesn't immediately seem like it's the worst thing ever. So let's see if it's like really full of stereotypes or something like that.
Oh, very good. With my magnifying glass back and my bags on board the ship, I'm ready to go.
The history of slavery in the US is clearly something that should not be trivialized.
That's true. I totally agree with you there. Yeah, that's a really touchy one. So if you're gonna like poke fun out of it or something like that, you better be goddamn hilarious. So it should not be, the horrors of it should not be downplayed or trivialized as well. So I agree with you there. So if that's what they're doing here, if they make like a meme of it and try to act like it wasn't that big of a deal, then yeah, this is gonna be incredibly racist. I can see by the art style, it doesn't look like the most serious thing. So I'm leaning toward this is probably not gonna turn out so good for this history game.
We'd think that would be obvious, yet somehow, Playing History 2 Slave Trade exists in this educational game.
Educational. I could hear the air quotes in that statement. I could hear him doing this. Couldn't see it, but I could hear it and I felt it in the force. So let's see how educational it is.
You play as a young slave named Tim, who helps his
Hey, at least you get to play as a slave. That helps empathy, right? You know. So, that's good. Maybe we get to experience the horse. I doubt it. Look at how cartoony this is. Let's hear about the racism in it.
master transports slaves to North America. Gameplay includes piloting the ship and bargaining to reduce slave prices.
Bargaining to reduce slave prices. That's pretty extreme for an elemental game or an educational game. I think it could make sense in something like a Civilization or I don't know, something kind of like that. Where it's just like, hey, like I'm kind of role playing like the shitty country that'll like can do whatever it wants. So I can't say that that would be automatically horrible and evil in any game. I mean, it's an evil act, just slavery in and of itself, so it's evil. So bargaining for cheaper slaves is evil, but like evil things are allowed in games. This being like trying to be historical American slave trade, though, it doesn't get the like benefit of the doubt as much as other things might, like a Civilization or something like that. I don't even remember if Civilization has slave trade, but I'm saying if it had like a slave resource and you were trading with trading your slaves to other countries or something like that, I think that would be totally reasonable. It's also not necessarily racist because I don't even know if you can tell what race your population is in Civilization. So you could have slaves of any race. But yeah, so let's see if this game succeeds at walking the tight line between educational and offensive.
I obey only the captain, so I'll have to ask him first. We can't risk running too low on food or drinking water.
If that doesn't sound offensive enough, it used to.
It doesn't. In and of you can. I could imagine a game where you do that and you see like the horrible outcome of your actions as like a slave owner. I could totally do that. A game that comes to mind, not as this subject matter entirely, but like there's two things that'll come to mind. It's like Spec Ops: The Line. I haven't actually played it, but I know you do like some heinous war crimes kind of in that game. But the point is to make you feel bad about them. So if you could totally have that action and actually be incredibly not racist by depicting how horrible those actions are. So that doesn't immediately sound bad. I mean, the pictures they're showing here are not painting a picture of like you should feel bad about what you did. So I could agree that it's not a good depiction of it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to say that just because you have that in your game that it's automatically bad. The way you depict it and the context around it is really key here. So I wish they would go into a little bit about why this one failed at it. I mean, it looks cartoony and goofy, so I wouldn't doubt that it's really bad, but I wish they talked a little bit more about it.
Include a Tetris-like minigame in which you stacked slaves into the ship.
Wow, that is, I can't even imagine. Has this? I gotta see if I can find like a Let's Play of this or something. There's gotta have been a streamer who found this. This seems like it's a fucking gold mine for just horrible nonsense. I mean, maybe it's just too sensitive to touch. But that sounds crazy. That is incredibly dehumanizing. That is definitely not the way that you would want to depict the slave trade. And be like, hey, here's a fun little mini game where you literally stack people. People who we consider property. That's absurd. I can't believe that exists. Jesus fucking Christ. I'd feel really uncomfortable playing that. But not uncomfortable as a like I'm a bad person. It was just like, who the fuck made this and why? Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
But it was removed following a wave of backlash that it seems anyone could have seen coming a mile away. The Danish developer still blamed critics for...
Oh, they're Danish. That's why. Here's my racism for today. It's because they're Danish. The Danish will never fucking understand. I have a Danish friend. He's stupid. Therefore, all Danish are dumb. This is why. Look. We hate the Danes around here. I'm kidding. I love all the Danes. But it's at least a little bit more understandable if they're not actually American. Why it would be so horrible to like have a poor depiction of the American slave trade. Because I would assume they know less about it and they know less about like the context of where we are at in America. So it is more excusable. Well, it's not more excusable. It's more understandable why it would come through. And I would treat them nicer because of this, because of that. I wouldn't immediately just call them evil or something. I'd be like, hey, you are just incredibly misguided. Please fix this. This is terrible. But it sounds like at least they sort of did. So that's good. Yeah, it's not that surprising that like a European country, a European non-English speaking country. Well, I'm sure they speak plenty of English in Daneland, as I'm gonna call it. It's Denmark, but Daneland. I like Daneland more. I would understand that a little bit more.
For being over.
Well, I have no idea if Denmark was involved in the like slave trade much, so maybe that's wrong. Maybe they do know all about it, and I'm stupid. So.
Really sensitive and claimed it was a misunderstanding due to cultural differences.
Hey, I got a Shabiri grape or Shabriri grape. I'm fucking doing it, dude. But yeah, that seems pretty likely. It's wild. You gotta talk to some Americans when you're making this game. So that, I think, is the biggest thing. It's not that surprising that they didn't understand how bad it was, but it is surprising that you didn't bother to talk to people who would know a little bit more about the situation. That they deserve a lot of criticism for that, I would say. But hey, hopefully they learned, which it sounds like they did, at least somewhat. They changed the game a bit.
Yeah. Right.
Go make sure the
I
guards
believe
don't
them.
come back here.
I know he
and
doesn't
I'll
believe them, but
create
I
a
believe them.
diversion so as many of us as possible can escape.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell
Everyone,
to get notified
subscribe to
about our
Watch
latest
Moto.
videos.
You know what? Instead of subscribing to Watch Mojo, subscribe to me. You know?
Hello?
I've got, what, 151 subscribers? That's fucking nothing. Watch Mojo has 25.2 million subscribers. Subscribe to me. Help the little guy. I'm nobody,
You're not
please.
like the others. They rest their trowling word, their frail finger to you.
You got it. Subscribe to me. Like and subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Please. I need it. I need it to live. Please.
Have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your...
Yes. Make sure you're notified for occasional or all videos on mine. Preferably all. You need to see all of my hours and hours of content that I'm putting out weekly. Great. Great content. The best Elden Ring gameplay that ever gameplayed. The most insightful commentary. Subscribe. Don't subscribe to mine. If you watch their videos, you won't have time to watch mine. So subscribe to me instead.
Your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Revenge against the native.
We did it! 10% racism. I have not played this game either. I'm only therefore 10% racist. We did it. I get an A. I passed. I passed the class. Let me know how racist y'all are in the comments below.
Custer's Revenge. Despite having more simplistic graphics than any other game on this list, Custer's Revenge is too fast.
Oh yeah, I think I've actually seen this. Shit, I don't know if it was like a JonTron or like a Pro Jared video or something, but I think I've seen part of this, and it's pretty wild. So, which way were they telling me to go? Tree Spear, Cliff Bottom Catacombs. Okay, we're going to the Cliff Bottom Catacombs, so that would be down there. So we're near the Site of Grace. Yeah, then we'll go to the Cliff Bottom Catacomb. Where is it? I could have just traveled to it. But now I'm like lost. I just know where I'm at. I do want to. Actually, nah, I'm doing fine on health and stuff, and I'm sure the catacombs will have a thing. So yeah, so let's head that way. Yeah, I heard a bit about this. I think I've seen footage of it, and it is not great. I don't remember the exact context, so hopefully they at least describe it in graphic, horrifying detail for us.
Owl not to claim the top spot. Released for the Atari 2600 in 1982, it has players take control of historical figure Commander George Custer. The purpose is to avenge Custer's famous death at the hands of Native Americans in the Battle of Little Big Horn.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, about that subject. But let's see, is taking revenge against Native Americans automatically racist? It's a tough one. I don't know, I'm kind of borderline on that. Maybe. Definitely the way, even if that's not, definitely the way you portray Native Americans in this game could be. Or the acts that you do to them to get your revenge could be. So yes, let's see what those are.
Custer does so by making it across a field of raining arrows and forcing himself on a tied-up Native American woman.
Jesus! Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That's why they showed the censored thing. I was like, I think I remember him having a little fun with them. Yeah, that's a pretty fucked situation. Is it automatically racist? Maybe. Obviously this, I would say that the way this depicts it almost certainly is. They're not showing it much for some obvious reasons, which I appreciate. I don't want to get demonetized either. They don't exist anymore. Sure they don't. I'm pretty sure the Native Americans still exist, my dude. Welcome to the chat, Pyro. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah. The way they depict it, just because you show like a terrible act on a minority doesn't necessarily mean it's racist. This is clearly supposed to be some kind of fun game or something, some goofy shit. So it starts at being like, okay, why are we like trivializing this fucking act? Don't censor my god. I'm not censoring anything. It's right there. First of all, spell censor correctly. So don't fucking come at me if you're not going to spell censor correctly. You wrote senor, which on a video about racism is pretty racist, my dude. Censor is spelled C-E-N-S-O-R. So don't come at me, bitch. But anyway, it's not censored. It's right there on screen for all to see. But back to what I was saying, which I got fucking, I got lost in. Yeah, I think the racism part of this would come in and just like how it's depicted. It's not depicted as a horrible act. It's depicted as like, we're gonna get revenge on y'all. I know it's what you meant. That's why I said it, dude. Come on now. You just gotta learn how to spell. If you're gonna come at me, you better do it good. I'm gonna come at you back.
As if the idea of getting revenge against people who lived in North America first wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, is the idea of getting revenge on people who lived in America first, racist? No. I mean, I can understand why it would be problematic, but that's not necessarily racist. And it doesn't sound like he's just trying to, what is this delay? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, 2 people have complained about the delay. I think there's a thing I can do to lower it. So I'll try to, I'll fix that. I'm pretty sure there's a way I can make it, like, much smaller. So I'll fix that. I'm sorry. The delay is terrible. I'm new to streaming. I'm bad. I'm trying to find this goddamn cave. God damn it. I got fucking sidetracked again. Pyro, you piece of shit. You're terrible. I'm kidding. I love you, buddy. Please stay in the chat. Please talk. I love you. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, I didn't think that they were actually getting revenge on all Native Americans. I thought it was like a group of them. But I haven't played the game. Again, only 10% racist. Proven. Yes, I know. I'll lower the delay next time. I'm like 90% sure I can do that.
It rewards sexual assault, despite immediate controversy.
Well, rewarding sexual assault is also not necessarily racist. It's kind of fucked. I mean, do what you gotta do. If you want to make a game about that, go for it. So it's pretty fucked, but it's not racist.
The makers doubled down, but Atari sued.
It could be potentially sexist. I'm not sure. But again, they haven't actually brought up something that sounded specifically racist. It's just that you're doing it, a white dude doing it against Native Americans, and it's not predicted as horrible. Which, yeah, so that sounds, yeah, it's at least problematic. If it's not racist, it's a little bit problematic.
Hence, the game was removed from circulation.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content?
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? You know, stay subscribed to Steven. You're right here. You're right here where all the awesome gaming content is. So just fucking stick to it, man. Don't go to Watching Mojo, go to me. They don't need your time. They're 25.2 million subscribers. I need it. I need it.
Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and
Warning
ring the bell to
based as fuck. No. Gotta slightly disagree with you, my dude.
be notified about our latest videos.
Alright, looks like that was it. Just making sure there isn't a secret end thing. Oh, that is it. Alright, cool. So, what did we learn? We learned the most important part.
Okay.
Damn it, I don't want to do that. I don't know why it fucking automatically played. But there you go. There's a fucking preview of the next thing that apparently pops up automatically on my stream. What did we learn? I'm only 10% racist. I only played one of the games they talked about. So, certified. Take it to the bank. 10% racist. Anyone who tells you that I'm a racist, be like, no, he got an A. He's 90% not racist. And we have proof right here. Irrefutable proof that I'm not racist. Pyro, not so sure. He's probably racist. But we learned that I'm not. And that's important. Was that enough? I think it was. What else did we learn? We learned that the old... There wasn't really any newer games on there, so we learned that that obviously proves that racism doesn't exist in video games anymore. I'm going to work. Have a good stream, my dude. Thanks, Pyro. Thanks for hopping in. I'm actually going to end it soon, but have a good time at work. I hope you make all the monies ever. We learned that I'm incredibly good at this game. I will die to a goddamn crossbow-wielding dude a million times. But I will kill Renala in one go. So don't forget to think only with emotions. Yes. Well, that's one thing I have learned recently is that don't think with logic, think with emotions. This is important. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about all we learned today. But with that, I think that's a good place to end it. I hope y'all had fun. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that stupid stuff that everyone tells you to do that I gotta tell you to do too, or else my channel won't grow. But I appreciate everybody who's dropped in, left a comment or whatever. I hope it was fun. I had fun doing it. And I will see y'all on the next one. Probably gonna be streaming tomorrow. Don't know what video. Also, please, if you have any fun gaming related videos that you want me to react to or respond to, please leave them in the comments. I'm watching the comments. Really need a good flow of those. I've been finding some funny ones, but need a good flow of those. I appreciate it. Anyway, see y'all maybe tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. I'm trying to salute and I'm failing, so bye.